Welcome back to the channel, everyone, for another ESO build video. I'm your boy Fuzzy Juggernaut. Today I'm going to be showing you my Magblade for the Flames of Ambition patch. But first, before I get into the build, if you like the content on this channel, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and push that notification bell to get the latest content. But now, let's get into it. So for this build, I actually have two different build setups that I'll be going through in this video. That's why it's a little bit longer. I apologize for that. I'll have the timestamps and a link down in the description below for y'all so you can go through. You don't have to watch all the gameplay. There's like 3 to 4 minutes of gameplay in the beginning here, so you can skip through it if you don't want to. Just for the people that want to see it, you can watch it. Either way works for me, but overall, the first build's a little bit more tankiness. We got really good damage, good survivability, great sustain. It's really awesome to play on. We got good damage mitigation. It's a lot of fun, and I'm glad actually Magblade is back. It's really nice to play on. You'll have to excuse me, my gameplay is not the best. I was in a group with 2 buddies, but besides that, it was still really fun. The build's really good, so trust me when I say that it works very well. I have some solo gameplay, but I didn't have time to load it up, so I'll put out some more gameplay after that. The second build is a lot more damage, a lot more crit, and it hits really hard. You're a little bit squishier, but overall not too bad, and you'll still have some good survivability. It just will take a little bit more finesse. Overall, both of them work very well. I prefer the first build, but if you want to go with the second build, you can. So that's why I put them both out there for people's adversity and different playstyles and however you want to run it. Also, a little bit of a disclaimer, one of the sets that I'm running in this build is actually a proc set and shouldn't work in Cyrodiil, but yet it does. My buddies didn't want me to put this out, but I'm going to. And the reason being is that if you keep your light attacks up with this set on, it will continuously buff your damage up 24/7. But it will not give you the actual damage bonus for the increased amount, which it's supposed to do. But overall, as long as you do your light attacks, you will get your bonus damage continuously. And you'll see what set I'm talking about, and then I'm sure I'll get comments and some hate and people saying it doesn't work and all that stuff, but you can fully test it out yourself if you don't believe me. Having said all that, I'll let the clips finish out and let you guys finish watching this. If you want to fast forward to, I'll catch you over in about a minute after these clips are done. Alright, here we are. Let's hop into the character sheet. So overall, we're sitting at 34,700 max magicka. We have 18, almost 1900 magicka recovery, 1500 health recovery, 1000 stamina recovery, and then we have 19,000 stamina plus 28.5k max health, which is really nice. On the back bar, we'll be at 29,000 some health. We have 3,000 spell damage unbuffed. Fully buffed up goes up to like 4,400 spell damage, which isn't bad. We have 26.7% or 26.9% spell crit, almost 27%. We have 9.5k spell pen, which goes up to 16,000 spell pen, which is more than enough. And then we have about 20,000 resistances for our spell, and 17,000 for our physical, and 1,800 for critical resistance. Back bar. It's about the same on the stats, except for a little less damage, a little more health. We're sitting at 29,397 for our health. Let me buff up real quick for resistances. So resistances are sitting at 26k, and for our spell, and then our physical is going to be 23. This actually works really well because even though they're somewhat low, and for being in 4 light and 3 heavy, we actually have really good heals, so we are pretty tanky, especially with the health. We'll go back to the front bar. So I have 64 points into Max Magicka. I am a Argonian on this build. I would suggest running Argonian, but you can get away with running other Magicka races if you want. You just might have to stack a little more into health, but ultimately it's up to you and your playstyle. I prefer Argonian. I like the passives that we get from Argonian. Armando Stone, we're running the Astronaut. This gives us Magicka recovery, puts us up to the 1800 mark. I prefer a lot of recovery on this build, especially since we're only at like 34k max Magicka. So you can put on the Apprentice or the Lover for spell or penetration or damage. It's completely up to you how you want to run it. Our food we're running is Beadwood Sugar Skulls. You can run Artame or Clockwork Citrus Fillet if you'd like, or whatever other food you want, but Bewitch ultimately gives us the best bang for our buck. Now let's go into our inventory. Go up to Slaughterables. Now for my pots, I run Tri-Stat pots, just regular Tri-Stat pots. You can run immovability pots if you want, but Tri-Stat pots is what I run, so it's completely up to you what you'd like to run. Now for our gear. So we're running Torug's pack for our first set. I know procs don't work in here, but this set does. Now, it doesn't give us the full damage bonuses on our weapon. We will only be at 455 instead of 655, but for some reason, the buff works with keeping the damage up consistently with your light attacks. I've tested it out multiple times, and it completely works. So this set's going to give us armor, health, armor, and then decrease your weapon enchantment cooldown by 33%, increases non-oblivion damage enchantment potency by 45%. The 45% doesn't work, but the 33% cooldown does. So I have Infused on here just because it's going to give us the increased Berserker enchant, so it gives us 452 spell damage every time we light attack, which is really nice. For our back bar, we're running Restoration Staff with Torug's Pact. You actually don't need the Berserker enchant. I still haven't changed it. I need to change it. I know there's a lot of people that are talking crap in the comment section on this build a while back, and that's great and all, but they didn't listen to the video when I explained you don't need to run a Berserker enchant on the back bar, or you can if you have a golded out Restoration Staff. Mine's not golded out, so I get more damage from the front bar. I didn't use Shock. You can put Shock on the front, weapon on the back, but it's completely up to you. Just make sure it's infused on both staffs. Then we're running for our monster helm is going to be a heavy Valken Scoria. I have a Tri-Stat enchantment on here with Impen. We're running 3 heavy, 4 light. This gives us 1435 spell penetration, which is going to help us get to that 15 to 16k penetration mark. Then we have the Torug's Pact chest reinforced. Go reinforced on the big pieces if you can. We have a stamina or Magicka enchantment on here, but you can put Impen if you really want. I would say go reinforce though, because we really need the resistances. Then we have a Dami House Shoulders Light. I have Divines on this with the Max Magicka enchant. You can go Impen on this. You don't need Divines. This helps boost the Mundus, but it's completely up to you. This is just how I have it. This is also going to give us Max Stamina, Max Magicka, help our stat pools. Then for our third set is going to be Amber Plasm. Amber Plasm, 5-piece. We have Impen on this with Max Magicka. It's going to give us Max Magicka, spell crit, spell damage, and then Magicka Stamina and health recovery by 269, which is really nice. Helps to increase all of our recoveries. Then we have Amber Plasm, Arms, Impenetrable, Max Magicka enchant. Then Torug's Pact, Pants, Reinforced, Max Magicka enchant. And then Amber Plasm, Impenetrable Shoes, Max Magicka enchant. None of this is mid-maxed out, so it does just fine for me. But you can fully max it out and you'll get even higher stats altogether. Then we have Torug's Pact Necklace. I have Trayun, spell damage. You can, if you have Amber Plasms, full jewelry or whatever you want, it doesn't have to be exactly like this, so you can switch stuff around, but I have a Trayun for Tri-Stats on here with spell damage. Then I have Infused Amber Plasm Ring, spell damage, and then I have Amber Plasm Ring, just Magicka recovery with Arcane. Now for setup 2. We are running Spinner's Inferno Staff. So Spinner's is going to be our first set. We have a weapon damage enchantment on here, the Berserker glyph. Nirnhone, preferably I would go Sharpened actually instead of Nirnhone, but both work. You can go Nirnhone or Sharpened, either one works. I just haven't changed it since last patch. So this is going to give us Max Magicka spell damage, and then 300 or 3,339 spell penetration. For our back bar, we're running Spinner's Restoration Staff. I have Absorb Magic enchantment on here, so it deals magic damage and restores magicka. Defending to help with our resistances on our back bar, also with healing. And then we have same for the helmet, Valkynscoria, Tri-Stat enchant, Impenetrable, spell penetration that it gives us. Then we have Spinners for our chest. This is Max Magicka, Impenetrable on the chest. You can go Reinforced if you'd like. That will give you more resistances. Preferably, I'd go Reinforced. Dami House, heavy shoulder now instead of light shoulder, so just change out the shoulder and the chest and the legs and the weapons and one piece jewelry. That's all you have to do. So instead we are on 2 light and 5, or 2 heavy, 5 light on this. I've reinforced on the shoulder with Max Magic enchant, gives us stamina and Max Magicka. Amber Plasm, waist, Impenetrable, Max Magicka. Amber Plasm, still same stuff. Arms with Impenetrable, Max Magicka, and then just Spinners. Legs with Impenetrable, you can go Reinforced, and Tri-Stat enchant on here to boost up all of our stats a little bit, especially our health. And then Amber Plasm Shoes, Impenetrable, Max Magicka. And then we just changed out the necklace for Spinners. Infused spell damage, so we have 2 infused spell damages, and then just 1 arcane magicka recovery with 2 Amber Plasm rings. Now we'll go to the stats real quick just so I can show you guys. So these are the unbuffed stats. You can pause it, check them out. We got a little bit more magicka, about 1,500 less health, a little more recovery, but a lot more damage. We have a lot more penetration too. This goes up to fully stacked up. It goes to like 19 or 20k spell pen, which is really nice. We have less resistances though, unfortunately, but it is still doable. We still have a little more crit resistance too. Back bar, we are sitting about the same except for a little less damage, more resistances because we have defending. So if we buff up real quick, 25 and 21, so we lose about 1,500 to 2k on the resistances, but it's still doable and manageable. Now let's go to our skills. So front bar, we're running Merciless Resolve, 5 light attacks, gives you a bow. This is the unbuffed tooltip bow. Fully buffed up, it goes to like 21 or 22k damage bow. Actually, I think it goes even higher. Then for our next, we're running Mass Hysteria for our CC and stun. This is going to fear anyone that's around you, which is really nice, multiple targets. Then we have Mark Target. You can use Elemental Drain if you'd like. It's completely up to you, but Mark Target works really well. This is going to put our Major Breach on them, and then also when they die, you're going to restore 12,000 health. Fully buffed up, I think it goes to like 14 or 15k health after the target dies, so that's really nice. Big heal that you get instantly from killing somebody. You can put Weakness of Elements. This character's new, so I don't have like half the stuff leveled up, but it's completely up to you which one you want to run. Then we have Swallow Soul. This is one of our spammables with our light attacks. This does 8,242, but it actually goes even higher than that, and it also gives you a bit of healing back from each target that you hit. And then we have Impale. This is the Execute. You can use this, or you can switch it out for, let's see here, where is it? Concealed Weapon if you'd like. Concealed Weapon works really well if you want something for when people get up close to you. Does a lot of damage. Tooltip fully buffed up is like 10 or 11k when we're fully buffed up. It's completely up to you what you'd like to run, but that's a flex spot for you, so you can put whatever you'd like there. You could also put Channel Acceleration, but I don't have Sigil Order skill line on here right now, so if you want, or not Channel, Race Against Time, so you can break out of CCs. It's completely up to you. And then Soul Harvest for our execute, or for our ulti, and our Soul Harvest actually goes up to I think like 16 or 17k when we're fully buffed up, which is really nice. And it afflicts them with Major Defile, so reducing their healing received by and health recovery by 16%. And you get ultimate back every time you use it. Then we also got Degeneration on the back bar to start it off. This is going to give us our major sorcery. We have Siphoning Attacks. This is going to give us heals and additional resources back every time we do light and heavy attacks. Then we have Dark Cloak. This is a must-have on this build. You will die without it, so make sure you go with Dark Cloak. This gives us a really fat heal. The heal doesn't look that big right now, but it actually goes way bigger than that. I get like 2800 to 3k tick heals per second on this, which is really nice. And then it also gives us major protection, so this is going to reduce your damage taken by 5%, which is really nice too. Then we have rapid regeneration. Our unbuffed tooltip is 21,858. It actually goes up to, I think, 23,000, 24,000. So this also gives us a big heal. These two stacked together plus Swallow Soul, we actually get quite a good amount of healing back from this build. Then we have Shadowy Disguise. You're going to put this down, allow you before you go into a fight, and it'll allow you to teleport back to the target. It does some damage, but pretty much it's an oh shit button, get out of jail free card when you're in bogged down with a bunch of opponents on you. Then we have Soul Tether. If you're getting also bogged down by a bunch of people, you can hit this. Does a decent amount of damage, not the highest, but it's going to tether the players to you and give you heals. So you can stack this with these two going off and your Swallow Soul. You'll be getting a lot of healing back. You'll be able to take a lot of damage and be able to get out of there, and then you can hit your shadowy image if you need be. Now let's go into our champion points. So, champion points. We start off with Eldritch Insight. This is going to give us Max Magicka 1040, which is really nice. Then I'm going to go into Staving Death to unlock these passives right here. I have 10 into Quick Recovery, just adds 1% extra to heal. You need to get this to unlock for this Hardy right here. Reduce your damage taken from martial attacks by 1% per stage. This is for all your stamina attacks that people are going to be doing against you, which are negative passives from the light armor. This really helps protect you, so I have 4% into here. If you don't have enough points, just put what you can. This is going to unlock, you just need to unlock this tree right here so that you can unlock Duelist Rebuff. This is one of the most important and best resistances in the game that you need in your champion points. Like, this reduces your damage taken from single target attacks by 2% per stage. This is super important. Your Sorks and your Nightblades, two strongest characters in Cyrodiil in my opinion right now. They do insanely strong direct damage attacks, and they're nasty. This gives you a 10% damage mitigation along with your 5% from your character too. So stacked up, it's really nice. We're getting about 15% damage mitigation when you have this, so this is a must at all times. Then from there we have Untamed Aggression. This is going to increase our weapon damage and spell damage by 150, 50 points into that. Then we go into Extended Might. Extended Might, this is a must. Piercing, you want 1400 in offensive penetration, so this is going to give us penetration, which adds to our pen. And then I have increase your chance to apply magical status effects with Flawless Ritual by 30% per stage. This is 60% increased. It's not necessarily needed unless you run shock damage or something else on your front destruction staff bar. Then you can run this. This will apply the status effect to them at all times almost. Well, 60% chance, but you'll have a good chance of applying it to them. That's all we run in for that tree, so we have 80 into there. Then we want Deadly Aim because a lot of our stuff is single target attacks and does single target damage. So this increases it by 10%. So you want Deadly Aim. All these will be slotted at the top bar above, as you see, with the 4 blue lines. So if you see up here as I'm going, all 4 of these is what you want. Those are going to be bars at the top. Then we have Blessed. So we have 10 into Blessed, so this gives us another 1% healing. So now we have 2% healing, 1 from right here. Oop, 1 from right here. So that's right here. It doesn't give you that much healing. It only gives you 4% altogether, so I just have 1 and 1 to unlock the passives for the trees. But our other one, the main one we want, is right here. Swift Renewal. Increases your healing done with healing over time effects by 2% per stage. So we have literally 8% here, so we have 10% healing altogether with this, how we have it set up. And we have really good damage too, with a lot of good damage mitigation with the way the CP is set up right here. So you want all 4 of these, all 4 of them. These are your main 4 that you want. And I'll show the champion bar again. Swift Renewal, Deadly Aim, Duelist Rebuff, Untamed Aggression. You must slot these in the champion bar up top. How you slot them is easy. You go like this, click X on them, or whatever button layout is for you, and then you just slot them up here, right where they're at. See how I'm going through them? You're just going to press X again to put them where you want and move over and put the rest. For our red tree, We start off with tumbling. I roll dodge a lot, especially on this build. So reduces the cost of roll dodge by 120. I just max it out. Put whatever points you can in here if you're lower CP. This is for like 11, 10 CP. So 20 into Mystic. You can put 10 if you want. It's completely up to you. Just unlock. We mainly want to get to here. Hero's Vigor. We get 1120 max health from this. This is really important. Then this is another passive right here. Reduce the cost of sprint by 20 per stage for stamina. So we got a cost reduction of 40. It's not super important. It's just a passive if you have extra points. The main ones we're going for is right here, Defiance. So reduce the cost of break free by 110 stamina per stage. So 440 cost reduction for our stamina every time we break free. Then another one, to unlock this, we really need this right here, Juggernaut. So this pretty much why you are CC'd or stunned or any of that stuff and you're breaking free, you're going to take 10% damage, 10% less damage. So this adds another to that 15%. When you get stunned, you're going to take 25% less damage when we're CC'd now. If you have this, this is a must. This is an absolute must. I'm telling you right now, you must run this pretty much on every single build. This is like insanely good, especially with the Magblade, because now, like I said, we have 25k resistances. So as you see it in the top bar tree I have right here, Juggernaut, or not Juggernaut, yeah, Juggernaut right here. So having this on our bar allows us 25% damage mitigation when we're being CC'd and stunned. Then our other ones that we're going to put into here is Rejuvenation. This is going to grant us a bunch of health and magic and stamina recovery. You don't have to go with this one. You can go with whatever else you would like. It's completely up to you. This one is optional. I just like it, so I went for it. Then on this one, I have Ironclad, increase our armor. I feel like this is important, especially since we're in a lot of light armor and we're squishier. So I definitely would say go with this one. And then Boundless Vitality is a must also, so this increases our max health. This is how we're getting to 28 to 29k health. So I'll show these. Juggernaut, you want to slot these all into your top bar. Rejuvenation, Ironclad, Boundless Vitality. Now let's go to our green tree. So green tree is really wherever you want to put points. The four major ones that I say, you can put these in these passives. This is just gold gained and all this crap. This shit doesn't matter. Reduce your waste shrine doesn't matter. I use this one, Steadfast. This is a passive also, just so I don't have to repair my weapons as much. But mainly just put them into there, and you want Breakfall and Steadfast Enchantment. Breakfall is going to reduce our damage when we jump off a cliff or something. Really can save your ass, especially if you're getting hit and your health is low and you jump off a cliff. This could save your life so you don't die. It's worked for me really well a bunch of times already. But the main ones we want to use is Rationeer, 30 points into here. This gives us 30 minutes extra on our food, which is really nice, or a drink. Then we have Liquid Efficiency. Whenever you use a potion or poison, you have a 10% chance to not consume it, which can save you on potions, which also is really nice. And then we have Steed's Blessing. This increases our movement speed by 20%. So this is really, really nice when you're out of combat, so you can run and catch up to people or whatever you're doing. You don't waste as much. And then we have Sustaining Shadows. You can put this wherever. This is completely a flex spot. I say this on all my stuff now. This one, the fourth one, is completely up to you what you want to use. I just put Sustaining Shadows, so it's completely up to you how you want to do it. I appreciate all stopping by, and hopefully I covered everything. I got some random dudes chilling by me right now, apparently out here in Cyrodiil, but honestly, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for everyone getting me 1,000 subs. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Kirkhoff for supporting the channel. Same with Grim and a bunch of my other buddies. You guys are awesome and amazing. I wouldn't be here without all you fans and everyone supporting the channel. So big shout out to every one of you who's supported the channel majorly. I'll catch you guys all in the next one, and I hope you all have a good day.